Hi, I'm the Scrub and you're here for one reason. Oh, well, the Dragon Song War is over. I can't wait for this well-earned holiday. Yeah, what's up? The Xala summoning Garuda again. Cool, just what I wanted before I finished packing my bags. Nothing, I'm not going anywhere. Now. Where is it again? East of Kurtha Central. Yeah, I can't imagine going anywhere where there isn't snow in this expansion. No, I'll be there, just give me a few minutes. Time to learn about Xelphatol. Simplified. Pull absolutely everything to the first wall. If you're using the duty support system, don't worry if you only single pull these first packs. The Harkalak will perform conal AoEs, the Harpy will cast medium-sized point-blank AoEs on random players which it will move around for, and the Cobra will fire out vulnerable poison dot ticks. Kill everything. In these opening sections there will be these small point-blank AoEs that will spawn at the feet of random party members. Move out of these or a falling rock will hit you and give you an vulnerable vulner. However, these falling rocks will also affect the mobs. If you are able to position the mobs within one of these falling rocks, it will give them a vuln up instead and they will be easier to damage for a few seconds. When everything has been defeated, the gate will be smashed and you can continue across the bridge. Pull absolutely everything until you reach the path that leads up to the next gate. Again, watch out for the AoEs, especially the Toad's move of Laboured Leap, which is a large point-blank AoE, and the smaller AoEs, which affect everything with a vuln up. Once you have defeated everything, the gate at the top of the ramp will be broken. First boss time. Short Burst is a small tank buster. The boss will turn to a random player and cast Long Burst, which is an unavoidable single target attack. Wind Blast is a large straight line AoE directed towards one party member. Just move to the side to dodge it. The boss will then move to one side of the arena and cast Lift. This will cause the boss to become untargetable and float into the air with this small swirling vortex underneath. From this position, it will cast Air Raid, which is a room-wide AoE, and summon 3 adds into the fight, 2 Ixali and 1 floating turret. The turret will target random party members with Short Burst, which will put an vulnerable Windburn dot tick on that player. Defeat all of the adds. When you get the turret's health to 0.1%, it will begin casting Hot Blast, which is going to launch everyone into the air. This is where at least one party member will need to stand in the small vortex to be launched into the balloon that is carrying the boss. This will bring him back down to the arena and cause him to become targetable again. Following this, there will also be some air stones that will tether to the boss and make him invincible. Destroy the air stones to continue damaging the boss. From here, the boss will repeat mechanics until it has been defeated. Exit out of the arena and follow the path down to pick up the 2 enemies, then cross the bridge onto the next 2 enemies. Spikes will rise up around the edge of this small area, and as long as you're standing in them, they will give you a nasty stab wound debuff and a vulner. The Big Gooby will cast Sneeze. This is a large conal AoE that is interruptible. If you get hit with this, it will knock you back into the spikes. Watch out for all of the other AoEs from the mobs, and kill everything. Head over the bridge and turn right to go up the ramp. Pull the 2 mobs at the top of this ramp and the extra mobs to the left and right respectively before heading up the next ramp to the next pack. Group up all of the Ixali, avoid the AoEs as best you can, and kill everything. The last one to be defeated will drop a bone key. Interact with it to pick it up, then interact with the imposing gate. Walk into the lift and wait for all of your party to enter the lift before interacting with the lever. Exit out of the lift, then head up the next ramp. Kill the trio of mobs in this small area. The spikes will rise up again. Continue over the fallen bridge and head up the ramp to the second boss. The spikes will rise up around the outside of the arena when you pull the boss and will give you the same stab wound and vuln up debuffs, so stay away from the spikes. On low is a small conal AoE directed at the tank. Just move out of it to dodge it. The boss will move to the middle of the arena and cast On High, which is a severe knockback. You will want to position yourself to be knocked back into one of the 4 small barriers that will prevent you from being pushed into the spikes. The boss will move back to the center of the arena and cast 2 point-blank AoEs on random players called Dark Wing. These are just point-blank AoE, so try not to overlap them. The boss will cast the move Swift Feather. This will make its next on low attack almost instant. The way that I do this is I wait for Swift Feather to finish casting with this little animation that the boss will do. Right after this, I move to either side of the boss so I can dodge the on low cast. The boss will cast the move Storm Coming. Every cast of this will put a tornado in front of a barrier. Following this, the boss will cast On High and push all players back. Just position yourself towards a barrier that doesn't have a tornado and you'll be fine. If you get knocked into or are standing in a tornado, you'll be damaged for every tick that you are inside it. From here, the boss will repeat mechanics until it has been defeated. Head up the path. When you pull the 2 mobs at the top, you will see a balloon floating in from the left side. 3 extra mobs will pop out of this balloon. As a side note, as of patch 6.3, you no longer have to destroy the balloon to stop the mobs from spawning in. The last mob killed will drop an air stone. Interact with this to pick it up. Head over to the slightly raised section with the Tailwind relic. Interact with the relic when you have the air stone. Walk over the slightly raised part of the platform and you'll be carried across the way to the next area. Pull the next couple of mobs and another balloon will float in from the left and spawn 3 more enemies. Once you defeat a few of these enemies, you can walk over to the other platform on the right where 3 more enemies will spawn in. Kill everything. Again, the last one to be defeated will drop an air stone. Interact with it to pick it up, then interact with the Tailwind relic. Step on the platform and be carried to the next area. Head up the ramp and defeat the 2 enemies at the top. Everything that the Skycaller will do can be interrupted. Its slow cast of Tornado is an unavoidable point-blank AoE directed at a random party member. After you defeat these 2 enemies, head up the small set of stairs and it's final boss time. Ixali Arrow is a tank buster. Ixali Arrow 3 is a room-wide AoE. All players will be marked with this green icon and a point-blank AoE. Just spread out and avoid overlapping each other. Ixali Arrow 2 is a straight line AoE directed towards one party member. Just move to the side to dodge if it's aimed at you. One player will get a stack marker. Group up to share further damage. The boss will then move to a spot opposite the entrance, face the middle of the arena, and cast Summon Garuda. Garuda will appear and create a donut AoE to reduce the size of the safe zone. Right after this, you will create another AoE, either conal or point blank, to reduce the safe zone even further. At the same time as this, the boss will give everyone a point blank AoE. Just spread out inside the small safe zone as best you can. There's plenty of space for everyone, so you just need to spread out accordingly. Garuda can also perform her ultimate, which is just a room-wide AoE. From here, the boss will repeat mechanics until it has been defeated. Congratulations, you have beaten Xelphatol. My name is The Scrub. Thank you for watching.